What happens after we die? This is a video for only those people who shall die one day. If you're not gonna die, if you're a permanent entity, don't watch. You should just, just, I don't know, do something else with your time. But if you're a mortal human being, if you have an expiry date, definitely this video is for you. I'm gonna share with you what happens to you after you die. First of all, what will happen to me once I die? I will not exist. Poof, finished, gone. The atoms will go back into the physical reality. The soil will go back to the soil. Earth will go back to earth. Water to water, air to air, fire to fire, space to space. That's it. No more consciousness for me. No more experiencing reality through this physical casing, which is all that you are. I want you to understand. You are 6 experiences simultaneously. You are 6 things. You are eyesight experience, okay? You are nose experience. You are tongue experience or taste. You are sound experience. You are feeling experience. And you are thought experience or mind experience. Nothing else. That's what you are. So let's take away all 5 and keep 1, okay? Let's keep your eyesight only. Everything else has been taken away. You have no thoughts. You have no body. You just see, okay? Imagine. You are just experience. Nothing else. There's no soul here. There's no little being or you. There's no little Atman that's going to go in heaven somewhere. You are experience. There's nothing else here, okay? Maybe eyesight is too complex or too conceptual. Let's imagine you're perfectly liberated and you have no mind left, or you're very kind of, no more thoughts. And all the other organs are damaged and destroyed. Only you have feelings. You're kind of sitting here like a feeling body. And someone comes and touches you. And you feel the sensation. You have no thoughts. You have no discrimination. You have nothing. So it's either a pleasant sensation, unpleasant sensation, or it's neutral. It's not here, nor there. If it's unpleasant, you're going to walk away. You're going to get away from that. If it's pleasant, you're like, oh, yeah, keep going. You're going to move towards that. If it's neutral, you're going to stay exactly where you are. That's it. Nothing else. There is only experience here. Experience of feeling, okay? I know you're not getting it, so I'm going to say it this way now. Now, coupled to these 5 physical senses that you have, coupled with the 6th, which is your thoughts, okay? So most people say that we have 5 senses. We actually have 6. So ears, eyes, nose, tongue, body, and also your thoughts, your mind, okay? So now if you couple the external experience with a mind, so the feeling with a mind or with a thought. So example, something touches you and it's pleasant, you'll start thinking, oh my God, he must love me, or this is very nice. I should, become like this. I should go towards this job, or I should do this or that, or I should go and pursue this or become this. If it's unpleasant, you think, I hate this. Oh my God, I'm going to do my best to eradicate this, and I'm going to do all these sorts of things. I'm going to create myself in this way, and blah, 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 blah. Why? Because of this. Your logical faculty. So once this is removed, life is very simple. But it's obviously not removed. You have a mind. This is what creates all your problems. It's your mind. But also, your mind is an experience also. Just like the sensations, it's nothing. It's just sensations. Similarly, your mind, it just makes a concept. It's a concept factory. Okay? And again, with the mind experience, it's a pleasant mind thing, a pleasant mind object, an unpleasant mind object, or a neutral mind object. When I say a mind object, it's a thought. That's all that there is. That's all this mind produces is thoughts. It makes thoughts, okay? Heart pumps blood. Mind makes thoughts. You think you are the thoughts? Wrong, you are not the thoughts. You may conceptually understand that you're not the thoughts. That's not your experience, okay? You just understand, something. But in some very deeper ways, you understand you are the thoughts. If I go light your house on fire, you're going to think, I am the thoughts, okay? You're going to be the thoughts then, for sure. Why? Because you are the house. It's your house, mine, here, okay? Not to say that, like, I'm an enlightened person, you're going to light my house on fire, I'm going to be like, la-di-da-da, everything is dandy. There's going to be an appropriate response, but it won't be towards me destroying my own body, or towards me not knowing and living in confusion and doing all sorts of crazy things. Why? Because mind is fully liberated. So there are 6 experiences. Your thoughts, this whole thing, this whole structure. So the thoughts are what gets you into trouble. There's a point to why I'm saying this about what happens after death. So everything that is in my body will go back to the natural elements, and my experience will no longer be the case. There won't be anything to be experienced with, because you only experience things when there's three conditions present. The first condition, there has to be a physical object outside in the environment. For example, as it relates to eyesight or the experience of seeing, there has to be objects in the environment. If there are no objects, if the universe decided, okay, blank, that's it, you won't have the experience of seeing. There won't be anything, right? So because there's eyesight, there's visible light, it comes in contact. That's the second condition needs to be met, is you have to have the actual eyeball for contact to be made. So visible light comes in contact with the eye, oh, okay. And then the third condition is met, is that an experience is created. So there's an object, contact is made, and it creates an experience. That's it. So I have the experience of seeing. Ah, wow. If my eyeballs were be gouged out, I don't have the two conditions aren't met, so experience can't happen. Similarly with the ears, if the ears were gouged out, I couldn't hear. If the nose was destroyed or something was destroyed in my nose and my brain, I couldn't smell. Same thing with the body. And maybe you can tweak your brain so that you couldn't feel anything either. So I would just be this little mind thing. And the mind, the thoughts will remain until basically the entire physical structure is destroyed. And the mind also resides in the heart, and the brain is kind of like the control mechanism. So it's in essence your heart that produces the thoughts. Okay? That's what you call your subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? You have a mind here, the head is the mind. And subconscious mind is everything that's below this. A submarine goes under the water. This is the like sea level, you know, above the sea level. Everything that's subconscious is my subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is essentially your body. Okay? Something rises from your subconscious, is like your stomach or your heart or your organs, and it comes to your conscious awareness. Oh, I have an intuition, I have a feeling. That's what your subconscious is. So I saw this when I was in a Buddhist monastery in New Hampshire, in a Theravada Thai forest monastery. I was meditating there. I had my first glimpse in this lifetime of nirvana or nibbana, or the deathless element, or the creation itself. And when I saw this, I also turned my attention towards myself, and I saw that there was nothing apart from these 6 sense bases and their corresponding objects, and also the experience that creates. So what I thought I am a body, I am eyes, I am thoughts, I am feelings. So I am all these 5 experiences, and I'm also the experience of thinking. So my thinking that I am who I am, where I was born, who my family was, what my identity is just literal thoughts. It's a thought. Just like I have nails growing, okay? It's just nails growing. It's literally just a thought. There's nothing apart from this. So when this body breaks apart and there's no more fuel left for you to go and acquire another body, or for you to seek another experience, that's what you're actually craving for. You're craving for an experience. Ultimately, you're craving for pleasurable sensations. That's why you take on another body. That's why you're reborn here. So that's not going to be the case for me unless I get tied to another project, or a project, just like Sadhguru did. I'm not sure that's a wise thing to do for me. But if some opportunity arises and I'll take on a project, I'll have fuel in order to reincarnate myself. Which is, I don't want to do that. Mostly that's not going to happen. Probably not. So what happens to you after you die? Let's come back to the actual title of this video. Well, for me, like I said, non-existence, poof. That's the ultimate goal of the human life, actually, is for you to fully attain your realization and for you to seep into the existence once you know the truth. You may be feeling scared. What? I won't have the pleasure of life, and I won't be born, and life is wonderful. Yeah, well, life is great. But you don't understand life. You're going towards pleasure and you're running away from pain. That's slavery. That's a mind trap. You have to understand both pleasant, painful, and neutral sensations, or pleasant and painful. They're exactly the same. Not to say I'm going to go jump in a fire or something crazy like that. No, that's not the body's way. But you form an identity each time you come in contact with unpleasant sensations or pleasant sensations. So the Buddha said that this is the 12 cycles of dependent origination. Okay, so it's like a clock with 12 numbers. Okay, so 12 o'clock is ignorance. So everything, the whole creation stems out of ignorance. Is because you can't see the nature of the reality is why you're born. Okay? And why you'll be born again. If you die not understanding life and die in ignorance, meaning don't perceive the nature of reality just like I have, don't fully see the nature of the truth of this existence, you will pass away and you'll be born again. Good job, okay? If it's such a phenomenal thing, good luck. So the dependent origination, so from ignorance, then it goes a few other things, and then there's a mind and a body. So mind and matter. And once mind and matter, then there's a sixth sense basis, like I've just talked about, the 6 organs and their respective objects and their experience. That's a sixth sense basis. If there's a sixth sense basis, there's bound to be contact made with the eyes and with the ears. So external contact comes. Once there's contact, inevitably there will be feeling. Feeling always arises upon contact. If I touch you, you're going to have a feeling. If you love me, you're going to be, oh, it's very nice. If you hate me, it's going to be very not nice. If you're indifferent to me or you're kind of lost in your life, it's not going to really do much for you, right? So whenever there's feeling, there's always bound to be craving. So mind and matter, sixth sense basis, feeling or contact, feeling. Okay, I'm just rambling on here. So from context comes feeling. From feeling comes craving. Because when you feel something, either you like it or don't like it. Why? That's a result of your identity, who you think you are. Oh, I like this because my identity is this way. Oh, I don't like this because I'm a Christian, I'm a Jew, I'm a Catholic, I'm a priest, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Buddhist, I'm a this or that. Okay? It's your limited identity. That's how you're forming pleasant or unpleasant sensations. So feeling comes craving. Craving meaning you don't see the reality, you think pleasant sensations are the ultimate goal of life. Your mind's habitual pattern is to seek to go towards pleasure and to consume as much as that as you can from that. So feeling comes craving. Craving comes clinging. Clinging means you attach to this. So it's like maybe I give you a nice compliment. Hey, you're looking really nice today. And you're like, ooh, I like that. And you're gonna want to pursue that pleasant sensation. You're gonna form an identity of that. Okay, you're gonna become attached to this. Meaning you're gonna be like, okay, what did I do beforehand? Oh, I wore this black dress. I'm gonna wear this black dress again. You just became attached to that sensation. So feeling, craving, clinging, attachment, clinging goes. So once there is attachment, once there is clinging, the next step is becoming. Becoming means you just started to go through the process of being born. Meaning, okay, I'm going to wear this black dress and I'm going to go towards becoming more of this, whoever I am, becoming more black dress type person so that I can get more of this pleasant sensation. You just started to become that person. You're going towards something. So once becoming, then there's birth. Birth is you just formulated a new identity. Oh, this feeling came as a result. I'm going to go wear black. Now I'm a goth. Oh my God, look at me, I'm a goth. I formulated my identity. I'm born, okay? I'm born again is a new identity. And people are gonna be like, oh my God, you're a goth. Wow, that's such a nice style. And there and again, you have a nice, the whole cycle again repeats. And you have more fuel to produce, you have more fuel as in terms of contact and feeling, craving, clinging, becoming, birth. And whenever there is birth, there's bound to be old age, okay? I want you to pay attention to this. I'm born. It's inevitable I'm going to grow old and inevitable I'm going to age. It's inevitable. That's just a condition of birth. If there's birth, there's going to be old age. And once old age is there, then obviously there's going to be death. So birth is there, old age is inevitably to follow, and then death is inevitably following old age. So birth, old age, death. After death, ignorance. Ignorance, consciousness, something else, mind and matter, contact, feeling, craving, clinging, becoming, birth, old age, and death. The Buddha says birth, old age, sickness, and then death, because the body is a very complex way of elements binding together. So there's bound to be some kind of illnesses or sickness in your life. You're a great miracle if you experience no ailments. That's like, wow, God has really blessed you. It's like 1 in a 7 billion. You probably are. So this is the process. Now, this is on a micro level. You became something. out of your identity. You became a goth, and now you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go through the goth, but the goth phase is not going to be some eternal thing. You're going to go through the process of that is going to become an old age, meaning you're going to wear away out of that identity after like 2 years or something like that. You're going to be like, oh, am I this or am I that? And that's going to cripple away and die, and you're going to have to go through all the cycle again. You're going to repeat your new identity, new birth. So this is on a micro level or a macro level or whatever. So this is a smaller scale. On a larger scale, that's exactly what's happening to the actual body. So I'm only born here out of ignorance. There's no other reason why I was born. Stupidity, okay? I didn't know, I didn't see clearly. So I'm stumbling through life looking for some, just eating, guzzling up this fuel. And with fuel comes as a result of me going towards the body and me being born and going through old age, sickness, and death, okay? So just in the same way that your body is formed, just the same way your consciousness takes shape, this just the same way that your six senses bases come to arise, and then contact, feeling, craving, clinging, becoming, birth, old age, sickness, and death. That's dependent origination. You should Google that. It's the Buddha's teachings here. So what happens after you die? Coming back to this idea, let me look at the camera here. If it's still recording. Good, it's recording. You're going to see all this. So what happens if you die? Well, if you die, if you don't have realization, you're going to be reborn. There's a distinction that needs to be made. There's rebirth and there's reincarnation. So probably likely that I have chosen to reincarnate. There's a distinction here. Reincarnation is a conscious choice to go into a womb. I consciously chose. Why? Because I was a certain level of mastery inside of my spiritual practice, and I chose favorable conditions for me to fulfill my purpose or my role, or my intention, not purpose. Whatever I intended, okay, my intention is towards this, so naturally things aligned in that way. So I was reincarnated. Okay, I chose consciously. Most people are not like this. Most people get reborn. Why do they get reborn? Well, let's say you're someone like 20 years old, 21 years old. You go out drinking with your buddies, you think you're cool, and then you get rammed by a truck or something, and poof, you're not in existence anymore. You float around sometime, maybe you're on the human sphere, you're walking around as a hungry ghost, meaning you're like a ghost, and those beings need to be dissolved. And then you're passed away from that state and you go. There is this thing called a river. This is a story now. This is my logical understanding. I haven't fully grasped this in my own experience. But many cultures say that there is a little energy river that is in the universe. Once a being passes away, they go towards this energy river, and you try to cross this river. If you can't cross, if you're too thick in your energy body, you kind of get pushed back. You get shoved back, and you float back into the earth sphere, probably the earth plane, if you're lucky. And then you enter the womb wherever whatever your tendencies go. So it's like, you're playing a game where you drop a little ball from the top, and inside this little rectangle, there's lots of little metal sporks, and the ball goes ding 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 ding, and it falls wherever it just falls. That's exactly you. Whatever your tendencies are, I'm going towards anger, I'm going towards hatred, I'm going towards love, or I'm going towards peace. Whatever mind you've created, you're going to fall into the womb exactly that's aligning with you. And that's it. And now you're in the process of becoming. You're becoming as an entity. You're being grown inside of a woman's womb. Okay? Now if you think, oh, wow, being born again is like so miracle. I want to be born again and again 1,000 times. Imagine sitting inside of a woman's stomach or womb, okay? And what that's like. You're filled with all sorts of fluids and things are happening there, and how you're being fed. I'm sure it's a wonderful place, okay? Wonderful. Keep going. Do it 100 times. See how it turns out for you. So you're on the process of becoming, and then you're born, paboof. As you're born, two things are guaranteed. Well, maybe I should say one thing is guaranteed. Your death is guaranteed. For sure you're going to die. But also, probably most likely, you're going to experience some sickness. Well, it's inevitable you're going to experience old age. You're going to continuously grow older. Even if it's 1 minute older, you're just one minute older. You're aging. So age is guaranteed, sickness is virtually guaranteed, and death is guaranteed. So if you're born, old age, sickness, and death guaranteed to follow. There's no question. And in this time frame of you're born, okay, fantastic, you're born. Once you're getting old, getting sick, and in the process of dying, if you don't cultivate wisdom, if you don't go towards the Buddha's teachings, or if you don't go towards liberation or nirvana or nibbana, you will still have ignorance. You will continue to have ignorance. And ignorance is the whole reason why this whole thing is alive. Is the reason why you're alive. Ignorance. You can't see. You can't see what you're doing. You're stumbling around in the dark. Once things are clearly seen, it's like, oh my God, that's it. You can put the burden down. That's what Gautama the Buddha said. It's like laying down the burden, or the Adiyogi said actually. You lay down the burden, you lay down the heavy thing. There's no reason for you to carry an anvil everywhere you go, you know, like a giant brick of steel. Why are you doing that? Huh? Just lay it down. So the burden has been laid down. That's what enlightenment, that's what the Buddha called enlightenment. Okay, the burden has been laid down. It's like all of humanity is carrying a sack of bricks or a sack of potatoes. They don't know why they're doing it. It's heavy, their back is hurting. Hey buddy, just lay it down. Just set it down right here. You set it down, oh, poof, you're enlightened. Wow. What a high, holy moral thing. You just let go of something you don't need. It's like, wow, you really accomplished a miracle. It's like you're walking around with a bag of bricks. Buddy, you don't need that. Set it down. Wow, what a wise man. He set down a bag of bricks he didn't need. That's true, If if everyone's carrying around a bag of bricks and you're the only one that set it down, you're a wise man. Oh, that's a wise man. That's a wise man walking. He doesn't carry around bricks anymore. Wow, we should all pay homage to him and pay respect to him. He's a brickless man. Okay? I've set down my bricks. I'm not carrying any bricks anymore. So I'm living life peacefully, joyfully, and waiting until my sentence here ends.